There's a silence that lives inside every broken person. A silence that doesn't beg, doesn't cry, doesn't even ask for help anymore. It just watches. Watches the world tear at your skin, your soul, your will, piece by piece, and waits for you to break. That's the kind of world we live in. One that feeds on the soft, the gentle, the kind. A world that mistakes empathy for weakness, silence for surrender, kindness for stupidity. You try to do the right thing. You try to see the good in people. And what do you get? Betrayal, manipulation, abandonment. The truth is, kindness will get you hurt, but losing it will destroy you. Because the world will test you not by asking, can you fight? But by whispering, can you stay human after everything? That's the hardest battle you'll ever face. Not against others, but against the part of you that's tired of caring. You will reach a point where you can't take it anymore, where you'll give and give until there's nothing left but an echo. You'll scream in silence because you know no one's listening anyway. And that's when the transformation begins. The moment when pain stops being something that happens to you and starts being something that builds you. People think monsters are born in darkness. No, they're forged in disappointment, in the slow, endless suffering of doing right and watching wrong win anyway. Every scar, every betrayal, every sleepless night, it's all shaping something inside you. Not something evil, something awake. You start seeing things for what they really are, not what you wish they were. You stop expecting people to be kind just because you are. You stop trying to be understood. You stop begging to be seen. And in that stillness, in that void, something inside you whispers, no one's coming to save you. You are the savior in the storm. At first you hate it. You hate the numbness. You hate the part of you that stopped caring. But then you realize it's not numbness. It's control. It's peace and chaos. It's strength and silence. You start building walls, not to keep people out, but to keep your sanity in. You start walking differently, not with arrogance, but with awareness. Because now you know, people don't want your truth. They want your usefulness. You learn that most of the world isn't looking for love. They're looking for advantage. And when they can't use you, they'll break you. So you become careful, not cruel, careful. You stop fighting to prove your goodness. You start fighting to protect it. That's when you evolve. That's when you stop being prey. Because kindness without boundaries is self-destruction disguised as virtue. You learn that mercy without wisdom creates monsters. And sometimes, to preserve your heart, you must become the very thing the world fears. There's a version of you that will die when the world breaks you. Let it. That version believed that goodness was enough, that love could fix cruelty, that effort could heal betrayal. But after you've been shattered enough times, you realize the world doesn't respect goodness until it's guarded by power. So you build power. You build silence. You build distance. You stop explaining yourself. You stop chasing apologies. You stop trying to convince anyone to see your worth. You become the quiet storm. And when people see you again, they'll say you've changed. They'll call you cold, heartless, different. They'll never understand that you're not colder, you're clearer. You don't hate them, you just stop needing them. You don't crave peace, you embody it. Because real peace isn't found in comfort. It's found in control. It's easy to be kind when the world is gentle. It's easy to forgive when people are sorry. But try being kind after the world spits in your face. Try forgiving when there's no apology. Try loving when your heart has been shattered and stapled back together. That's the real test. That's when kindness becomes strength, not softness. Because staying kind in a cruel world is not weakness, it's warfare. Every day you don't become what hurt you, you win. Every time you choose empathy when bitterness feels easier, you win. Every time you stay true when no one sees your worth, you win. You may not win the crowd, but you win yourself. And that's the only victory that matters. You'll learn something the longer you walk through pain, that broken people see the world differently. You start noticing the lies people tell to feel safe. You start recognizing the masks they wear. You start understanding how suffering carves depth. And you realize maybe you weren't cursed by pain. Maybe you were chosen by it. Because only those who've been broken can understand what it means to be whole. Only those who've been torn apart know the value of gentleness. And only those who lost everything can see through illusion. Your darkness isn't your downfall. It's your teacher. It's the forge where your empathy hardens into wisdom. So when people ask, why are you so quiet? You'll smile. Because they'll never understand. Silence isn't emptiness. It's evolution. You come back different. Not healed, not perfect, but balanced. You can still love, but wisely. You can still trust, but slowly. You can still give, but without losing yourself. That's the power pain gives you perspective. You don't chase people anymore. You attract energy that matches your peace. You don't beg for love anymore. You create it within yourself. You stop fearing solitude because solitude built your strength. You stop hating your scars because scars mean you survived. And that's the irony. The world tried to break you. But all it did was reveal that you cannot be broken anymore. So if you're listening to this and you feel like you're falling apart, if you've been too kind, too patient, too forgiving, and it's left you empty, don't give up. You're not weak. You're awakening. The pain you feel now is the death of who you were and the birth of who you're meant to be. The world will keep testing you. It will keep trying to turn your heart to stone. But if you can survive it, if you can walk through fire without letting it burn away your compassion, then you've achieved what most never do. You'll become something rare, someone real, someone unshakable. And the next time they try to break you, you won't fight back with rage. You'll fight back with clarity, with calm, with quiet, focused, relentless purpose. Because you don't destroy anymore to prove your power. You destroy only what no longer deserves to live inside you: fear, doubt, weakness. You become the balance between light and shadow. The proof that kindness can survive the apocalypse. In a world that breaks everyone, stay kind, but not blind. Stay soft, but not foolish. Be the one who can walk through hell and still offer a hand, but only to those who do the same. Kindness is not meant to be comfortable. It's meant to be courageous. Because to stay kind in a world that breaks you, that's not survival. That's ascension. And when they ask you how you're still standing after everything, how you still have compassion left in you, how you didn't turn into the monster they expected, just tell them, the world broke me, but I built something unbreakable from the pieces. Then walk away. Silent, you're untouchable. Free. There's a kind of pain that doesn't scream. It whispers. It hides behind a smile. It waits. For the moment you're alone, and then it crushes you. The world will break you in ways you never thought possible. Not because it hates you, but because it tests you. It wants to see if you'll still choose to be human after everything that made you human is stripped away. You'll bleed. You'll trust the wrong people. You'll give your heart to hands that only know how to tear. And when they leave, you'll stand there hollow, shaking, wondering if kindness was ever worth it. It's hard to stay kind in a world that feeds on cruelty. Because kindness, it doesn't protect you. It exposes you. It shows the world where to hit. And yet that's what makes it powerful. You see, monsters aren't born from darkness. They're born from disappointment, from giving everything and getting shattered in return, from loving deeply in a place that only values strength. You start with good intentions, but every betrayal, every scar, every time someone tells you you're too soft, a piece of you dies, and another piece learns how to survive. That's the transformation. That's the part they never tell you about. They'll see your quietness and call it weakness. They'll see your kindness and call it naive. But they don't understand. Kindness forged in pain isn't weakness. It's rebellion. Because when the world tries to turn you cold and you stay warm, you've already won. But when you can't stay warm anymore, when the light fades, don't feel guilty. You didn't fail. You adapted. There's a moment in everyone's life when the pain stops asking for permission. When it becomes part of who you are. And in that moment, you face a choice. You either let it consume you, or you consume it. You take every ounce of pain, every broken piece, every drop of guilt, and you build something darker, sharper, unstoppable. Not because you want to hurt others, but because you refuse to be hurt the same way again. The kindest souls often carry the deepest scars because they fought the longest to protect their light. They smiled while bleeding. They forgave when they shouldn't have. They hoped when hope was long dead. And when that light finally flickers, something inside changes. The world stops being black and white. You stop trying to be the hero and start becoming the balance. You learn that sometimes mercy must wear claws. That sometimes silence is louder than screams. That sometimes, to protect what's left of your heart, you have to become the thing you once feared. That's not evil. That's evolution. Because pain doesn't make you a monster. It reveals the monster the world built inside you, and then gives you a choice. Control it, or let it control you. Stay kind, but let your kindness have boundaries. Stay gentle, but let your gentleness have strength. And when they come for you again, when they try to break you one more time, smile. Because they think they're meeting the same version of you they broke before. But this time, your kindness carries teeth. Your silence hides fire. Your pain has purpose. The world will always try to destroy what it cannot control. So stop waiting for peace. Become it. Stop begging to be understood. Outgrow the need. Stop trying to be loved by a world that feeds in your vulnerability. Walk through the fire until it bends around you. Stand in the storm until the storm becomes still. Become the calm that frightens chaos itself. And if you ever feel like you've lost who you were, remember this. You didn't lose yourself. You were forced to become something stronger, something harder, something the pain can't reach anymore. You don't have to stay soft to prove you're good. You don't have to stay kind to prove you're human. Sometimes just surviving with your soul half intact, that's the highest form of kindness left. So let them call you cold. Let them say you've changed. They'll never understand what it costs to stay kind in a world that keeps breaking you. Because kindness that survives brutality isn't weakness, it's power. And in the end, when they all fall apart chasing comfort, you'll still be standing, quiet, unshaken, unforgiven, and free. You learn that freedom doesn't come from light. It comes from the shadows you've made peace with. Because once you've seen how cruel this world can be, you stop asking it to be kind. You stop asking for fairness, for justice, for happy endings. You start asking for clarity. You start asking for purpose. You no longer need the world to understand you. You only need to understand yourself. That's the real transformation. Not the shift from good to evil, but from naive to aware. There's a difference between being soft and being hollow. And the world will try to hollow you out. It'll take everything you care about and whisper, see, caring only hurts. But that's the trick. That's how it wins, when you stop feeling. When you stop believing that compassion still matters. So you fight back in the only way that makes sense. Not with rage, not with chaos, but with precision. You choose your kindness carefully, like a weapon that cuts both ways. You learn to give without being drained, to love without losing yourself, to forgive without forgetting. You start carrying your pain differently. You don't hide it, you wear it like armor. It doesn't weigh you down anymore. It reminds you who you are, what you survived, and what you'll never allow again. That's the moment you stop breaking. That's the moment you become. People always talk about strength like it's something loud, like it's in fists, in shouting, in dominance. They have no idea. Real strength is the quiet kind. The kind that gets up after every unseen collapse. The kind that forgives people who will never apologize. The kind that loves with open eyes. You stop seeking validation in noise. You start finding it in stillness. Because stillness is where truth lives. And truth is never loud. You start recognizing the patterns. The way pain repeats until you learn from it. The way people come and go like lessons. The way every loss forces you to choose. Grow or rot. You grow. Even if it kills the old you in the process. And one day you wake up different. Not healed, not pure, not whole. Just plus aware. You stop chasing people who never look back. You stop mourning doors that close. Because you realize maybe they had to close. Maybe you needed to be locked out of comfort to find your own power. And power, real power, doesn't come from what you conquer. It comes from what you endure. The truth is, you are both the wound and the weapon now. And that balance, it terrifies people. Because you've learned to smile with blood in your mouth. You've learned to stay gentle even when your soul's been clawed raw. You've learned to keep walking even when every step hurts. They look at you and think you're heartless. But your heart beats louder than theirs. They just can't hear it under all that calm. You've been through too much to need revenge. You've seen too much to crave chaos. You're not fighting to destroy anymore. You're fighting to exist without apology. And when people try to read you now, they can't. Because you become unreadable, unshakable, untouchable. They only see the surface. They'll never comprehend the storms beneath it. You used to fear the darkness inside you. Now you respect it. Because it's not evil, it's memory. It's the record of everything you've survived. That's why you carry it with pride. Because the world tried to erase you and failed. The world doesn't change when you heal. It changes when you accept that pain was never the enemy. Pain was the teacher. You start seeing how every scar is a sentence in your story, and not a wound, but a warning, a lesson etched in flesh and memory. You stop saying, I wish it never happened. You start saying, I'm stronger because it did. And in that sentence, there's liberation. You're no longer defined by what broke you. You're defined by what you built from the ruins. That's why the calm scares people. Because calm is earned. And yours came from walking through hell and realizing you can't burn anymore. So you stop fearing loss. You stop fearing pain. Because what else is there left to lose when you've already lost yourself once? You've already faced the abyss, and the abyss blinked first. Here's the truth no one tells you. Not everyone who smiles is alive, and not everyone who's broken is lost. You've learned to see through the masks, to recognize the difference between happiness and distraction, between confidence and noise. You see people rushing to escape their pain, burying it under noise, pleasure, validation. You don't judge them. You just know it doesn't work. Because you tried that too once, and it left you emptier than before. You learned the only way out of pain is through it. To sit in it until it stops being your enemy and starts being your fuel. To stare into it until you stop flinching. To carry it until it no longer feels heavy, just familiar. That's what they don't understand. Pain doesn't leave you. You just grow strong enough to walk beside it. And when you do, you stop fearing the dark. Because it's not outside you anymore. It's part of you. You've turned it into something sacred. Something useful. So listen. If you feel like you're fading, don't fight it. Let it happen. Let the old you fall apart now. Let the pieces scatter. And when the dust settles, rebuild. Slower, smarter, stronger. Don't rush to become who you were. That version didn't survive for a reason. Become who you needed when everything was falling apart. Because pain isn't the end of you. It's the beginning of your evolution. Stay kind, but let your kindness know how to bite. Stay gentle, but let your gentleness be guarded by steel. Stay human, but let your humanity be a choice, not a default. Because in this world, the kind will always suffer. But the wise ones, the ones who learn to carry both light and shadow, they rise. And when they rise, they don't just survive. They change the temperature of the world around them. So when they look at you, when they see the calm, the distance, the quiet, they'll say you've become someone else. They'll be right. You became the version of yourself that the pain demanded. You became the answer to your own suffering. You became the thing they can't break anymore. And that's the beauty of it. You didn't stop being kind. You just stopped being available to cruelty. You still care. Just not for everyone. You still love. Just not without thought. You still hope. Just not blindly. You have finally become what pain was trying to teach you to be, free. Because the truth is, it's hard to stay kind in a world that breaks you. But if you can hold even a flicker of light in all that darkness, you've already surpassed what it means to be human. You've become something rarer, something quieter, something infinite. Not the monster the world expected, not the victim it wanted, but the balance it never deserved.